right over here, and that'll take us towards this next town. Yep, all the way down here. Nothing like too great on the trip down here. Just passing through. Walk and run here myself. And once we get to 15, the story will actually start to pick up. There's not a whole lot of story beats right now. Alright, here's the ship guy. You have a missive for me from the Force Master Hansa? I assume it pertains to the pending arrival of materials I ordered over a moon pass. Let's see it then. Blast and Barbara, another delay. I am well aware of the shortage of skilled Artians, but this is insufferable. My apologies. Messenger does not deserve to be prone to my frustration. Might I have your name? Rose Fielden. Rose, is it? Well, Rose, this proud maiden who is taken before you is the Victory, the first new vessel to grace the docks since the calamity. We may have lost the bulk of our ships that fateful day, but starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The Victory is more than a simple warship. It is a symbol of the Linta Lamensa's rebirth from the wreckage wrought by the coming of the 7th Umbral Era. Thus, we are striving to complete her construction as swiftly as possible. Even going as far to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the Philosophy. I have no idea how to say that word. Yet even with such predictable measures, these are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there is no end of odd jobs for hard-working venture. But you fair warned, there is no place here for layabouts and troublemakers. I wonder if the ship actually comes back into play later in the story. Yeah, we're on 12. Where in the 7 hells is that man? Not once in 12 minutes has been late with a shipment. And now we have 2 whole turns of the sun without a single word. Shipwright of mine, a young man named Fiersmid, recently left Candlekeep Quay to receive several crates of supplies ordered from Linta Lamensa, but is yet to return. I have sent several missives to Haldbrota, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the right nor supplies as he is scheduled to collect. This man knows something, and I sincerely doubt he is telling the whole truth. As I cannot leave my post, I would ask you to travel to Candlekeep Quay in my stead, and inform Haldbrota that if he insists on playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to Turtleback Island, where he can ride alone in the middle of the sea for eternity. Holy shit. I didn't know about that line. That one's crazy. Oh yes, there we go down here. Ed, does the requisite dog hunter doubt that I've never told him anything less than the truth? I doubt you, sir. Turtleback Island? He cannot do that, can he? I saw him on my poor Nana's grave. Navigator rested, so I have not of this Versamid, nor his precious supplies. Hells, we here at the Qual have enough trouble these past few suns. Well, is leaking of the Lamensa cargo ship off the Salt Strand. I haven't the time to take a proper piss, let alone make note of every scrag that wanders in off the grip. Sure, buddy. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing here questioning my character, you'll most certainly have time to get the ass of yours down to Salt Strand and help us search for survivors of the wreck. Who knows, you may even run across the milled everyone seems to be eager to find. Here he's hoping the navigator has found him first. So we gotta go look for wreckage. Oh yeah, here's this dude. Hi, I'm First Amid. You say the foreman's wondering on my whereabouts? I thought he might be, but you see now. No, I cannot show me face at the dry docks till I've righted the terrible wrong I caused. 2 nights passed. I made the trip from dry docks to Candlekeep Quay, just as the foreman asked. The seas were right rough, and the captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliffs, so I paid a few coin to the fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time we were halfway twixt shore and ship, the swells had risen nigh on 10 yalms and longer for the waves at hold of us. Try as I might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight, and we were flung headlong into the Lamenson galley. When I awoke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the salt strand. I made every effort to salvage it, but the sands are qualling with the quern, and I ain't one with a sword. Now you see why I cannot return to the dry docks. Oh, you mean these things over here? Normally I would fight these guys, which I will. Dead. You want some too? Who's next? Is this supposed to be salt? And a foiled sailcloth. Die. Oh yeah, that's an AoE. That night I was tossed into the sea like some doll of rags, and it weren't long before the world around me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. But oh, and the navigator wouldn't see me the gates of 7 howls, and woke to find myself washed ashore. Here I've been ever since, waiting for this hand to salvage me master's cargo. Well, here you go. The missing parts! I don't know how I can repay you. I'll deliver the supplies right away. But first I must stop by the quay, so I might pay respect to the widow of the brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. Could you tell Arberton I'll be back at the dry docks by nightfall? Many thanks, adventurer. I will not forget this kindness. Alright, and we can just teleport. So we don't have to walk all the way there. I'm relieved to hear that both Furman and Persamilde and the supplies are unharmed, but it was foolish of him to believe that I would blame him for which was obviously out of his hands. You see, there was no storm that day, and the seas were adjacent. The dry docks were calm as a slumbering child. This leads me to believe that the trouble the ships encountered on Candlekeep Quay was less natural sort, the sort which the Sahagin have been known to conjure. Next. I think I'll try to get to level 15 quests. Rose, while I originally had doubts about your motives, you have repeatedly proven yourself an asset to Nautic and Vimills. I still do not like you, but that does not mean I do not trust. What do you mean you don't like me? After all this stuff I've done. Gillenfoot, head of watch here at Dry Docks, believes that pirates may be plotting an attack on the Victory and requires assistance. Investigating a group of unsavory individuals making camp nearby. I have recommended you for the task. Despite all Lenta Lamenza's endures during the following calamity, the fact that there are still those who would turn their backs on the city-states so that they might line their pockets with a few handsful of coin. Just the thought of it sickens me. What do you mean he doesn't like me? Ah, yes, I had a feeling you would be the one Atterburn sent. Since you first arrived in Moray Docks, I've had my men watch you. Oh, there's no need to get angry. I make it a point to keep an eye on those who are new to the area. It's simply protocol. I should be pleased to know that nothing incriminating was found. You appear to be a model citizen. That and the foreman think somewhat highly of you, which I must admit are quite shocking. The man doesn't even trust his own mother. Very well then. I assume Atterburn informed you of what your task would entail. The pirates, we believe, are conspiring to raid the Dry Docks or licensing making camp near the ancient stone called the Mark of the Spinner. I would have you approach the men, posing as a lost adventurer, and see if you can somehow learn of their intentions. Kanago, stationed at the rear gates, can provide you the exact location of the camp. I'm just a lowly adventurer. No one's special. I'm just a little girl. Kitty. Yeah, I love how they make the helmet extend like that. At least it doesn't go through it. Rose. Haha. I knew it. No more sardines for Kanago. Tonight, I shall dine on the finest salmon on the peninsula. Why? Well, I had a little wager going with some of the other guards of who Atterburn would recommend for the next job. My money was on you. Ah, the job. Yes, of course. If you follow the road past the gates to the southeast, you'll eventually come to the Bering Cape with a single large stone half buried in the cliff overlooking the sea. Followers of the 12 say it is a holy place dedicated to Nemea, the spinner. They're surprised if the pirate camped out there was aware of that, though. Alright, let's head over here. Is it down there? No, it's over here. Actually, you can't even go down there. Disrupt rules pirate. Been a while since we had a voice scene. I'll give you the count of 9 to step back on the path and carry your venturing eyes back to where a rock you crawled out from under. You see, is that me and ears and your tight Roman ills like yours to roam, getting to be that man can enjoy a mug of rum without some shite breathing outliner running up asking which way to the local leaf. 7 L's if I know. I'm a bloody pirate, god damn it. Balls. Once we have my boy back and putting that godforsaken pistol of an island so far behind me, no one will remember I was ever here. Come on, scribes, we've knives to sharpen. That was hilarious. Hey, which way to the nearest leaf meet? I don't fucking know! Alright, there you go, Captain. So the trespassers are indeed pirates. They're planning something? But what in talk of getting me boy back? Could be their target was never the Victory? Something is not right, and I won't sit idly and waiting for those pirates to make the first move. I shall order increased patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help, Rose. It appears we were wise to put trust in you. No problem, Captain. Oops. Victory in peril. Unconcerned, Rose, it appears the pirates I investigated are on the move. They creep ever closer to the dry dock, so I must assure they mean to target the Victory herself. The ship is a symbol of everything. Once the Laminsa strives to become, and I will not allow those base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you, Rose, are just the woman to do it. Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks cannot be guaranteed. Not moments ago, my guards submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray begin your efforts by listening to one of the accounts firsthand. It matters not whom you choose to speak with, but be sure to question either Ursula at the front gate or Siango at the rear. Any suspect saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any and all findings directly to me. Aye, aye, Captain. Alright, we talked to her. Hail, adventurer! Glad to have another hand aboard to help shore up security. What is she? Is that a staff? Is she a black mage? Gods know our reports would sit in Grimfolda's desk gathering dust if it weren't for the assistance of those such as yourself. Speaking of reports, though, I saw one of those mangy pirates looking around the cliff near Empty Heart. I'd take a closer look before he has a chance to cover his tracks. Who are you? Bah, spotted me, did you? Or you're too late. What time is already happening? What do you mean I can't just drop down? Oh, we got a duty. So you found one of those pirates, did you? I knew you were the right adventurer to ask for Abe. But what could those nades be planning? What's to happen already? Happening. Captain, trouble at the shipyard. Easy now, soldier. Who did this to you? Pirates. Out of nowhere. Stuck me good. Gods below. We are not prepared for this. The pirate soldier, how many do they number? Not sure. More than I could quickly count. Seem to be carrying explosives. Explosives. There's no time to lose. Rose, you heard the situation. Make your way to the shipyard and engage these intruders. I will see this man's wounds and follow after. Make haste, now! Nod. Yeah, nodders. Oh, yes, that one song. Can't go that way, I gotta go this way. Police. Dude, that damn death sound was hilarious. Wait, that was a conjurer. Oh, yes, it's this guy. God, I never reckoned it'd be this easy. Still don't trust those slimy bastards, but their plan worked like a charm. Ah, what are you doing, you bloody fool? Shut your trap, boy. This all will be over soon. All that's left is now is to blow that ugly pile of driftwood into splinters. Why would you do such a thing? Have you any idea how important this ship is? What it represents? Aye. It makes it all the sweeter. Whatever it takes to knock some sense into me treacherous, backstabbing son. Imagine a boy of mine giving up the pirate life to become a shipwright, and building a bleeding maelstrom vessel at that. What under limited wide green ocean would you take up these self-righteous shites? You're the one with no bloody sense. Duh. Don't you see the pirates had their glory days? That era is over. I wonder why F never spoke of his father. Never would have fought. Wow, this is actually his dad. Wow. What a piece of shit. A ship is a symbol of a ship's a symbol, alright, of everything what went wrong with the world, and I mean to shatter into the 100,000 pieces. Give him fodder. Rose, pray beat that Tara, that bloated sea slug, and make sure no harm comes to the victory. That looks so cool with the... Hello, Cypher. I'm doing Rumbleborn right now. That's why the new game, well, the new game plus isn't there right now, but doing this to do some videos on these old stuff. These guys don't even have a national army. I don't even know up against. Oh yeah, dude. Kill that guy. Die. Dude, I don't know why that death sound is so funny. Oh, nice. Good job. I must be getting old, letting some green venture get the best of me. Duh. That's one big bloody ship. Big and nasty looking. You made that, did you? Oh shit, you can actually go down here. How do I get back up? Oh, there's stairs over there. My thanks, Rose. I shudder to think what may have become of the victory without your intervention. The pirates have made a right mess of things. It'd be best to get sorting out the docks. And my fault could has been sorting out as well. Ever did my father have a way of turning my life upside down? Pray convey my thanks and my apologies to Grandfather. Nice, we did it. Alright, I'll see you later. How fare you, Rose? I cannot begin to thank you for the role you play in preventing this madness. You defeated more than a simple ship. You saved the budding hope of the Once La Mensa from a violent demise. The day was yours. It seems our security regimen will require much way of improvement if we're to truly keep the dry docks safe. Afburn apologizes? I suppose I can understand why he was responsible for his father's actions. Of all things involved, this incident was hardest on him. But in time I believe he will come to a single conclusion. The most fitting way to moving past his anguish is to see the victory completed and in the water. And by the way, the pirates we defeated have been handed over to the Yellow Jackets. Rainer's men will be taking over the investigation. Before the Yellow Jackets moved in, however, we recovered most unusual objects. Should you have time to spare, I would ask you no favor. Rose, in light of your role these events, there are a few others who trust this task. Since we last spoke, a curious missive has been discovered amongst the personal effects of Atsputhan, the pirate behind the plot to sabotage the victory. This means This missive was penned in the most unusual script we believe to be some manner of code. Needless to say, anything which a proven enemy of Lensa Lomensa deems worthy of ciphering is like to be of great interest to the Maelstrom. Unfortunately, none among us can make any sense of the message. In such as this, I am told the Yellow Jackets are wont to turn to Batteren and his convenient connections. Thus I would have you deliver this missive to the proprietor of the Drowning Wench into his hand, no other. Do you understand? Aye, Captain. Alright, so back to Lensa. Back to Av Castle. Oh, there you are, Rose. I've been hearing about your deeds at the dry docks. Attenborough laid on the entire tale for me. Poor Sars was still reuniting at the old man's part of the business, but at least you kept the victory from being sunk before she sailed. And for that, I owe you me thanks. You really made a name for yourself here in Lemsa. Lass, folk know that when you need something done, you need something done, and what might that be? Piece of paper. You want someone to read the message written fine letters for you? And Grandfather thought I might know a man as could. Let's see it then. Aye. I reckon I might know a canny bugger that can read stuff like this. Okay, saw it by the name Old Barret himself. You know, you're like one of the regulars now, Rose. You never let me down yet. Navigator help me. I reckon I can trust you. Grandfather was right to want this message deciphered. We've got us some trouble brewing. Or in no mistake, get ready for action, and I'll explain. Good to have you about last. Now then, where to start? Back when I was younger in Nastia, I earned a living as a sellsword. In that business, if you want to know what your enemy was up to, you'd learn to read the orders you prized from the cold dead of his mates. And all I came to know is how to read your message. Truth be told, the script was only too bloody familiar. Those Hagen letters, lass, and I should know I gutted more fishback messages than I can count. It gets worse, though. The plan to blow up the victory is all in here, right down to the fine details. Looks like they want to raise their 8 kinds of L in Western Lanasia than in the Maelstrom's new flagship in the Confusion. The point being, the attack on the victory weren't acts of a few rebellious pirates. It was the key part of some canny bastard's grand plan. But if you're reading this right, the attack itself came much too early. I'll wager they panicked when they saw you were onto them. Rushed in to do the job and buggered it up. The tattoo-faced bastards, as they say, paying Outram's old man. They're the Serpent Reavers, right? But none of the crew was there, was they? Did they even have something better to do, or what? I'm like, I don't know. 7 L's. I've got it all backwards. That mess is at the victory. That was meant to be the bloody destruction. The fishbacks ain't interested in the Maelstrom's baby. They're after men. Just like they've always been. They're sending their pirate lackeys after a civilian target. This bit about raising L in Western Lanasia, that's where it'll be. Someone tells me Swiftperch is about to get it. And it hard. Angry. Here's a rough translation of the message. Take it to Commodore Rayner at Coral Tower and tell him he's in for a busy day. Oh, and give him an You can be damn sure you'll need one. His face that makes me look so angry. Brother. Oh my god, did the fucking internet just go out? Good thing I'm recording. That was weird. You're Thumb Rainer? You must be an adventurer, whose name seems to be on everyone's lips. You're commander for your part in forging the plot to destroy the victory. Now what can I do for you this day? You bear an urgent message from Badarin? Well, I do get the feeling that my hopes are quite evening are about to be cruelly dashed. Tell me what is afoot. Now, Sodom Swiftmarch. Reaching nothing to suggest the Serpent Reavers are massing for an attack. Even so, it would be foolish to discount the possibility. Badarin is rarely wrong about such matters. We'll marshal Yellow Jackets for battle immediately. The only question is where to send them. While I concur with Badarin's assessment from the attack on Dry Docks was intended as a diversion, Swiftmarch is but a several possibility targets for the main thrust. Commodore, sir! Report. It's the Sahagin, sir. They've mounted a large-scale attack on South Tide Gate and threatened to overwhelm our defense within the day. The garrison requests immediate reinforcements. By the Navigator, seems my decision has been made for me. Muster the troops and give the order to march. The Seven Reavers are in league with the Sahagin, which means there are every chance that this assault on Tidegate may prove to be another feint. That fact remains, however, that we can ill afford to ignore it, and that leaves Swiftmarch vulnerable to those pirate traitors. It is times such as these that I wish the warriors of light had walked among us. But wishes will avail us not. Fielden, you must serve in their absence. Make for Swiftmarch with all haste and lend your strength to the squads I can spare for settlement's defense. Alright, funny thing here. You notice how this is the Marauders Guild. See, if this guy has a gun. This person has an axe. That person has a gun. Axe. Gun. Axe. 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 Gun. Gun. Notice how they don't have all... It's not just Marauder. Here's the interesting thing about this. You notice how there is that symbol right there. There was actually going to be a pre-Essequit, which was going to probably be over here. Probably going to be down here. Called the Musketeer class, which was supposed to be a class for... It was probably going to be down here. It was going to be for... See how they all got guns. For machinist. But they decided to go against it. So we could have had a pre-class to machinist called Musketeer. But the logo is still here. Like, because it's supposed to be two in one. Though we didn't end up getting it. And we had to wait till Heaven's Word to get Machinist. Let's head back to Swift Perch. We got another duty. Commander Rainer sent word that we'd be getting reinforced, but I didn't expect him to send you. You certainly look like you've seen your share of action, though. You bear little resemblance to the white-eyed whelp I met off the ferry. Oh yeah, I think it's the guy that you in the opening cutscene, which you don't get for New Game Plus. In any case, do you know where we're fighting for here? This place, Swiftforge, is built by the Fork, which was strong in the face of every hardship of the calamity further away. But we're not about to let some fish-fancying scum claim the honor, being ones who finally broke their spirits. Don't get those pirate bastards one bloody you hear me? Here they come! Here come the fishies. I don't know. I thought all them yellow jacket worms was meant to be busy. That useless Scrag ain't followed the plan, has he? Now what? Pull back and wait for Zahagan brothers? Piss on that. We ain't turning back empty-handed. Remember, no calling the small folk. Or it'll be your blood that stains Lord Leviathan's altars. Shit. Yeah, that's the first mention of Leviathan right there. Yellow bellies, you can butcher at will. Them dirt-eating slugs that'll be crushed under the full might of the Serpent Reavers. Think the Switchblades was the main target after all, eh? Squad 1 and 2, protect the townfolk. Squad 3, you're our rear guard. Rest of you, we make their charge where we stand. Let us bear the Commodore word of our victory, or no word at all. Valenza Lamensa! I'll gut all you yellow bellies. Dance on your gizzards. Well, there's archers here, and that's like Black Shroud. Yeah, get him. The sounds these Rudigans make when they die is so funny. Oh, they ran on him. I'm just gonna kill this guy. The fuck? Magic. He's dead. Died. Yay, we did it. Well fought. The Reavers are beaten and scattered. I'll take some men and hunt down the stragglers. There may be more of them lurking about, so don't let your guard down just yet. Is it flashback time? Uh-oh. The source of our strength becomes clear. bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. Oh no! O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my fraud to command, that I may smite mine enemies. Uh-oh. Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live. Well, it's a back-to-back duty. That's why I didn't say duty complete, or whatever. Alright, let's take this thing down. No, this thing will be dead in seconds. And dead. Hey, it's Y'shtola. Fire 2. I did no damage. Oh wait, I got stone skin again. No mortal should possess such strength. Fired away. Afford him no chance to recover. Yeah, we got him. Oh, the wisdom of the Paragon should have brought low by mere mortals. Paragons? Did he say? It is as I feared. They're known as the Bringers of Chaos, or Ascians, to give them their proper name. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Pardon? You would know if we Sharlayans have encountered Ascians before? I have never spoken to you of my homeland. How would you know whence I hail? Wait, I do begin to see. You've been blessed with a special gift. Are you alright, lass? If I'd known a mean bugger like that was hiding in the bushes, I would have let the squatters stick to keep you company. Well, at least we can now call this kidnapping investigation to a close. Those reavers were the ones spiriting folks away in the dead of night, and this bastard here was pulling all the strings. A trifle symplectic, but not accurate. I came soon as I sensed his presence, but I never thought to find such a scene of carnage. Yet we prevailed, and thanks to your heroic actions, I have learned much. Aye, heroic is the word. I don't want to think about what would happen if you hadn't been here, friend. Your assistance is appreciated too, Lady Y'shtola. Please give our regards to the Scions. I am glad to have played a role in bringing what I hope is an end to the disturbing spate of abductions. The Fretting of Fate forms a pact of most intriguing tapestry. Mayhap we have afforded to speak more in the near future. For now, however, you must see the particular tale to its conclusion. Pray send my greetings to Commodore Raynor. Uh-oh. Another crystal. Well, it's not exactly the same crystal, but it's destroyed. Back to Lunsa and back to the Marauders Guild. Philden, eagerly I have awaited your return. Word of your exploits are spreading throughout the ranks. My chiefs and I owe you a great debt to your timely assistance. You have shown yourself to be possessed of assured arm, strong spirit, and sound judgment. Would that Lensa Lamensa had more of your like. I have little doubt that you shall one day join the ranks of Eorzea's greatest adventurers. It is but a matter of time. Clearly, Veteran's eye for potential remains as sharp as ever, while I doubt even he imagined you capable of such feats. Mind you favor me with your own account of day's events? Such differences bear retelling. Stola isn't working with us for quite time, you see, and she was only willing to assist the Yellow Jackets in the kidnapping investigation, proving herself a stalwart ally of the Lensa Lamensa yet again. Needless to say, after your part in thwarting the attempted sabotage of the Victory and the small matter of your deeds at Swiftperch, you have proven yourself a valued friend of the Falcracy. Admiral! Oh God, I've lost my drink. It's the Admiral! May I present to you Admiral Bloswin? I have no idea how to say that.
So, this is the adventurer I've been reading about in the field reports.
Yeah.
I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day. A token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard without just reward after all? Ha! Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Badaron and Commodore Rayner have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits.
Her voice has not really changed that much between expansions.
Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet. A seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the woman who foiled the Sahagin.
Oh! A seat at the feast!
Oh, and don't be late. Your fellow guests will be eager to take the measure of their newest hero, and some do not take kindly to being kept waiting. Till then, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
When we finish with this quest line, I'm sure you understand how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to the state banquet. It is highly committed honor, while even the officers under the direct commander rarely afforded such recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service of Falcracy have been both difficult and dangerous. This regards for all your efforts, or a nod to your many achievements, both large and small. As the enormity of this moment yet to sink in, perchance you will realize its significance when you stand before the assembled dignitaries of Lemsa Lamensa. Now I have imagined the scene, it realize that you will require attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the wench and see what Badaron can arrange. He is surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. Okay, but I believe that is where we're going to stop today's video. I believe this will probably be done in 2 parts, so this will probably be the second part of the beginning of our playthrough for Rumbleborn and catching up on all content. Just say, not all of this will be straight MSQ. I will stop and do like some of the other stuff. Like I said in the first part, let me know if any of y'all would like to see me do the class quest, Gatherer, Crafter, and as well as the job quest. If anything, I'll only do the job quest starting in Rumbleborn and just go from there, or I'll also do the class quest storylines as well. Just let me know if y'all want to see any of those, and I'll get those done. Until then, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the rest of my stuff. And I'll see y'all in the next one.